it's Sweetie Pie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a video on the VIB sale and what I recommend for the VIB sale for someone that is, either new to Sephora or just wants some ideas. A lot of this stuff is iconic kind of stuff and some of it's not. So if you guys would like to see what I enjoyed from Sephora purchasing, usually on the VIB sale, some of this stuff is definitely VIB sale quality stuff. So if you guys would like to see, make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel because I love having you guys here. It's awesome. It's amazing. Also, if you guys would like to get all of my videos, make sure you click the bell because people are not getting any videos right now and it's just a damn disaster. So make sure you click that bell and you don't click occasionally, you click all because then you'll get all my videos in your sub box like you should. Alright guys, let's get into this video because I've got a crap ton of products as usual. Alright guys, let's dive right in and start with foundations. I have two foundations that I would recommend. I have dry to normal skin and one is the Kat Von D foundation. I like high coverage foundations. If I'm going to spend an arm and a leg on a foundation, it's probably going to be a fuller coverage foundation just because I can get tons of light foundations from the drugstore that I love. So higher coverage foundations for Sephora in my opinion. This one is the Kat Von D foundation. This is an iconic foundation. It is heavy. If you do not use like a hydrating or a smoothing primer, it's probably going to be a little bit cakey, but I love this foundation for like nights out or if you're going somewhere for a long time, maybe not working every day because I think this might break you out every day using it, but something that won't break you out or that hasn't broken me out at least, and I am very acne prone, is the Fenty foundation. And it is actually it's like a cream to powder foundation or a liquid to powder foundation. It is like identical to the Hourglass Immaculate foundation. I love that one. I would love to get that one. And if you do like that liquid to powder formula, that one is amazing. But this one is great too, and it's cheaper. So with the 15% for this VIB sale, I pretty much get the taxes paid for me, maybe a scooch more than the taxes. So I think this is $42 if I'm not mistaken. So it would be $42, no tax, nothing. I am a VIB Rouge, so I will get like free shipping on whatever. They're doing it 2 weekends. I will have all that information down below, or at least the information I've gotten off of Trend Mood's Instagram. Now we're going to go into concealers. The two concealers that I love are also full coverage. This one is the Tarte Maracuja concealer. This is so creaseless. It is so full coverage. You do not need very much, and it's sometimes like I have a hard time getting it out of the container because it's very thick, but I've never had this crease on me. Even like, because I have creasy eyes, I've never had this crease on me. It has held its ground and I love that. Also, I love the this is the Anastasia high coverage concealer. I have it in 0.75. It's a pot concealer. It is very creamy. You can use this for, concealing under your eyes. If you're really brave, you can totally use it for, down the center of your nose, on your chin. It is heavy. It's going to be heavy makeup. You're going to know that you're wearing concealer, but I have used this as a spot concealer on my face before my foundation, and it also works awesome for that. It also works awesome for cutting out your brows. It's just an amazing full coverage concealer. Very creamy, very emollient. It's like the Erase Paste from Benefit. I would also recommend that if you like a salmon undertone in your eyes to cancel out red, or not redness, like purpley blueness. I love that one as well, but Anastasia, you can totally get that done with that as well. And it's so windy out right now. Please let me do my video, Mother Nature. Anyway, let's go to, not liquid bronzers, but like bronzers. The Hoola Quickie Contour Stick is my #1 favorite, all-time favorite bronzer, cream bronzer, because it is literally like a cream to powder finish, and it's beautiful. I really do love it. It isn't super orange, and it's not going to be for every skin tone either. It just blends out like nothing, and I love it. I've never used it over powder, but when I use it with like the Fenty foundation or the Immaculate foundation from Hourglass, it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful with that. And it's good on the Kat Von D as well, but just like, you know, it goes on with that powder formula really well. That is it for that. Let's go on to mascaras. Two mascaras that I love are the Roller Lash from Benefit. This has an interesting wand. A lot of people know this, you know, this mascara. I actually do like their Bad Gal Bang right now, but I've used this mascara a little longer, so I can definitely tell you that it does lengthen, and I don't use false lashes except when I'm filming or taking like some pictures or going out to a special evening or whatever. So they do lengthen. This is definitely false lash going on right now. Also, the Better Than the Better Than Sex mascara is awesome as well. I really do enjoy this mascara. It's one of those big, thick, natural bristle wands. Most people know what this mascara looks like. If you like it, you like it. If you've never seen it, you might want to go get like the sample size instead of the full size. Do whatever you like. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about, oh, just dropped one. It's all good. I don't need it. Is the Stila Glitter and Glows. This is a great time to get them since you're going to get money off, and the full sizes are $31 Canadian, probably like $27 in America. Still extremely expensive. Also, look out if you've never tried them or you want to grow your collection. At Christmas, they had a 6-piece set, which had 3 of their Shimmer and Glows and 3 of their Glitter and Glows. They have another set out right now that also has 3 of their Glitter and Glows. Just make sure you don't have the same ones, because obviously there's no point in getting the set if you have the same ones. Or if there's just one out there that you're looking for that you think is beautiful and you'll use all the time, definitely grab that one. I am definitely going to either grab Sea Siren or Gypsy. It's something Gypsy. Oh, it's so beautiful. But in full size, I have Smoky Storm and I have Diamond Dust. They're beautiful. If you love glitter, you'll love that. Let's get into some face products. I have quite a few face products actually. So the first two things, just the singles, I have the Tarte blushes. These are beautiful. You can get them in smaller sizes. You can get them in kits where you can get extra stuff. They're beautiful. They will never let you down. This one is in Tipsy, and I think I got this one last Christmas if I'm not mistaken. And it's a beautiful blush. They are very hard to the touch, but they pull off some beautiful pigment, and you can also depot them if you want to put them in a Z palette. Then I will talk about Hourglass. The Hourglass blushes and bronzers are some of the most beautiful blushes and bronzers I have ever used. This one is in Luminous Bronze Light, and they're so buttery. They're so beautiful. They give you like a pretty kind of sheen to your cheek. Hourglass is just hitting it hard, and these are pretty expensive, just the minis. So if you wanted to try one, or if you knew you enjoyed one, you had one applied to you on, in Sephora, then pick it up. Holy, that wind is just crazy right now. Another cheaper alternative is the Sephora brand. Now, I've heard a lot of YouTubers don't like these. I love them. I've done an entire video dedicated to 3 of these. This one is the Illuminating Palette, and I love these. I love the texture of them. I think that they are super workable. So here is, and they're $35. So you get 6 pans. This is the highlighting one. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. They're not like powdery or overly chunky or any of that, and I just don't know why a lot of people don't particularly like them. If you like shimmery blushes, this is the blush palette for you. This is their blush palette. It's their ombre blush palette from Sephora. Like, take a look at that. These are pretty much shimmery blushes. There's these 2 here that are shimmery, this one's shimmery down here, and this one's shimmery down here. I think that if you're of a dark skin tone, this would be amazing for you, because like there's like 1, 2, 3, there's like 3 or 4 that you could totally use in this palette, and then I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm not sure how they would all, and they're not like super scratchy, they're pigmented, they stay on for a good amount of time. I haven't had any issues with them. See, there's a swatch of some of those. I love these palettes. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry if some people don't like them, but if you're looking around, they're a very cheap alternative to something like the glow kits, which I will be talking about next. All right, this is their contour palette. Now, as you can see, I love the powder in here. I have used this all the way almost to pan. Now, the bronzers in here are very soft and very pigmented, and I sometimes have some issues with that. But if you're a darker skin tone, I think that these would be perfect because they're so pigmented. Like, they're so pigmented. The only thing is obviously no matter what skin tone you are, in this palette especially, and then the highlighting palette too, you may not be able to use every shade, but you know, it would be better than buying maybe the Kat Von D, you know, their highlight and shade palette, which I would love to get, but I don't know. I love Kat Von D. Tell me, you guys, in the comments, are the powders in there, like the eye powders, are they really full coverage? Tell me that in the comments. Anyway, the next one I would like to talk about is the Anastasia Glow Kits. These are beautiful. They're iconic. This is the one in Sugar that I got last year, I think, or maybe like the beginning of this year. And honestly, I wish all of them were the kind of formula that Marshmallow and Starburst are. Butterscotch and Gumdrop have a little bit of glitter in them, so you just have to research swatches. But they are beautiful. They are beautiful. They are so pigmented. They go on the cheeks so beautifully. So if you are looking to spend a little extra, definitely Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters are beautiful, and I definitely do recommend them. Now, we're going to get to my favorite part of this, and that is eyeshadows. I've been really cutting back, and I'm not planning on buying any eyeshadows at the VIB event unless something really catches my attention, but I obviously love eyeshadows. So I'm going to go into the first brand. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. They did just bring out their Soft Glam palette. I will put that review in either up here or down there. And this is a beautiful palette for someone that wants neutral eye looks, and I think that all of Anastasia's palettes, including the Subculture, I think are beautiful palettes. If you are a beginner, don't bother with this one, but I think the colors in here work beautifully. I never had any problems with them. Some of them, you know, were a little bit hard to blend because of how deep the color was, but other than that, I've had problems with, you know, Kat Von D's Urban Decay's. I've had problems with Kat Von D's. Even Huda Beauty has a couple shadows in there because they're so deep and pigmented. Sometimes they're hard to blend. That's the only reason I think Subculture was so crazy. And then, of course, you have the Modern Renaissance, which, if you don't have this, where have you been? And yeah, they're all beautiful shadows. I think they all work great, but if you are a beginner, I would probably go with either Soft Glam or the Modern Renaissance. This one is just, it's iconic. I'm not as thrilled as some people are, but if you're a neutral berry lover, you will love that palette. Her shadows are by far amazing. Something that you could really splurge on is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I love the shades in this palette. I just think it's super overpriced. But if you're getting 15% off, it might be a plan for you. This is a beautiful palette. Also, I think that her little mini palettes, which are only $34, $35 Canadian. This one is an Electric Obsession. I love this palette. I did a whole video just dedicated to this palette and one of her lip kits. It's beautiful. It blends beautifully. These are like the most beautiful pigmented neon shadows I've had in my collection. So I'm starting to really love Huda Beauty. Another brand that I adore, and a lot of my stuff from her is limited edition, but when I've cross-referenced a lot of her formulas, they're pretty spot on. And I'm talking about Kat Von D. So if you are Canadian, you can still get the Pastel Goth palette. If it's still in stock at the VIB event, it'll be even cheaper because they have it on for, I think, like 20% off right now. This is a beautiful palette. I love Kat Von D's shadows. I think she does shadows so well. And if you're looking for pigmented, beautiful shadows, she is definitely the way to go. I love Anastasia, but Kat Von D does something different, and she does something amazing with her shadows where they're always like, look at this. The Pastel Goth is beautiful, and these are so pigmented. Also, I'm not sure if this is still in stock, but the Metal Matte palette, it's beautiful too. This is the way it looks here. A lot of people didn't like this. I think this is the same beautiful formula as all of her palettes, so I definitely loved this one, but I get the color scheme is kind of, I hope she comes out with a bright one. I'm waiting for that one. And then obviously, I'm not sure, I don't think you can still get this, but same great formula. This is the Kat Von D, what is this? The Saint and Sinner eyeshadow palette. Same beautiful texture, and you can always get the Shade and Light palette. Those are like identical to this formula, and they're so beautiful. I feel like they're so easy to blend as long as you don't have like a super sticky base. You want to set your eyes with either some translucent powder or one of the shades that are in her palette. Like this Metal Matte palette has the perfect shade here called Bone. It is not a matte white, it's a cream color, and it is excellent for that because her shadows are so pigmented and they just lay on the eye just like mwah. Oh. Last but not least, I have a palette that only monochromatic people are going to enjoy. This is the Naked Heat palette by Urban Decay. I love this palette. I can't help it. I love the monochromatic tones of it, and I love the deep burgundies. Some of these shades, like, oh my gosh, Lumber, Scorched, and what else? Sauced is really beautiful. Like, the mattes are so buttery. They're so easy to blend for me. And when you foil the shimmers, they are just like a bam in your, that was a bad place to swatch. Can you guys see that? Can you see that? Can you see it? They're beautiful. I'm sure you guys have seen swatches of the Naked Heat before. If you guys want any reviews on anything that I've shown you here today, they're all on my channel. I'll try to link as many as I can either up in the cards or down below for you guys so that you can check them out fully. But I fully stand beside all of these products. I think they are good products. I think they're good for your money, and I've thoroughly enjoyed them. So yeah, guys, that's the end of my video. If you guys came, and I'm not sure if I said this or not, I'm kind of like thinking to myself I did probably, but if you guys came from my Shop My Stash video, make sure you comment down below. And now that I'm saying that, I totally did say that already. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me, and thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I love you guys so very much, and have a good day. Bye!